Hi Pisces, Trishna here. Welcome to your November 2019 love reading. So, what I'm feeling for you is I feel like your relationship and you are in a much better place than you have been in the past few months. I feel like you're feeling a lot better about the relationship that you have and the person that you're with. You're feeling a lot better about the stability of that relationship. I feel like you have sorted through a lot of things and you have much more clarity. You have a lot less confusion and it feels really nice to be in your relationship. Like you, water, as a water sign, really like to have some stability and some structure in your life, and I feel like you are getting that now from your relationship. And I feel like you're actually really looking forward to a future with the person that you're currently with. Like you're actually optimistic about a future and that a future between you exists, which is nice because a month or two ago you were really concerned that the person that you're with didn't want to be with you, was going to leave you, that you would have to start all over, that you'd have to heal over being with this person and have to deal with the breakup of all of that. And now you're starting to think, hey, you know what? Like, this person maybe does want to be with me. Actually, they do want to be with me, and maybe there is a future here, and I can feel secure in actually committing myself to this person and building something with them. So I feel like there's been this wonderful transition that you've gone through recently that is really nice because you're feeling a lot more secure in your life, in your relationship, and your life. Like how your relationship has been making you feel has been affecting how you feel about all of your life. And so now that your relationship is making you feel better and more secure and more comfortable and more comforted, that's how you feel about your life. Like you feel more optimistic about your relationship, and you now also feel more optimistic about your life and all the other areas of your life that are going on for you. So all of this is really wonderful. I feel like the next 30 days are going to be good. I feel like you're going to mostly maintain this expecting the best from your partner and the relationship. This new mentality that you have now brought into your life and achieved for yourself. I feel like for the most part you're going to maintain that, but this is again a new mentality, a new mindset that you have created for yourself. It's new. And when we have something new that we're practicing, we can sometimes fall back into old patterns. And I do think that you will fall back into an old pattern where you start freaking out, you start worrying, you start questioning whether or not your relationship really is stable, whether it really is secure, whether this person really does want to be with you, whether you really want to be with them. But I think that if you remind yourself that, hey, I'm practicing a new mindset, this is new, it's normal for me to kind of go back into old patterns, but this is new and I'm working on expecting the best from my life and out of every area of my life. I think that that will pull you out of that really quickly, and you'll go back to having this new mindset that you have acquired and having a good month. The guidance that I get for you for this month, or really for the next 30 days, since this video is going to be posted more in the middle of November, the guidance that I get for you is you've learned a lesson now. You've learned that a lot of your thoughts and your fears were unwarranted and most of them were in your head. So take that lesson that you've now learned and apply it. And whenever you have doubts, remember that. Remember that a lot of your thoughts and your fears were unwarranted, and that you have now learned to see the best in a situation and see the best in a person, and allow yourself to really open up to this person, allow yourself to really open up to having a relationship and investing in it fully and feeling all the love and being open and vulnerable to receiving that love in return. If you do that, I think you'd be very pleasantly surprised with where your relationship goes and the amount of love that you receive back. So just try it and see what happens, see how much love you get back, because I think you'll be very, very pleased, very happy with your relationship and the outcome that it brings you when you are fully open to it and not really questioning or holding back or assuming that the worst might happen for you. The other thing that I really feel like you really need to hear is you are not wrong for having those doubts. You are not wrong for having these thoughts in the past that were unwarranted, that weren't really reality, that were mostly in your head, because everybody has that. We all have that to some degree. It's just that yours were in greater amounts than most people. Like yours got a little bit out of control. That's the only difference. But everybody has the same thoughts and the same doubts and doubts, the same thoughts and the same doubts that you do. It's just to varying degrees. So don't feel bad about the thoughts that you have. And also understand that these thoughts are not necessarily bad thoughts. Like we have these kinds of thoughts and doubts about relationships and the outcome and about people, because it's a way to protect ourselves from getting disappointed or getting hurt in some way. So it is a protection mechanism, a survival mechanism, a defense mechanism that we all have to some degree. So the thoughts that you've been having are not wrong, they're not bad, they were just a little out of control. That's the only difference. So don't feel bad about that. Don't feel bad about the thoughts being there, because they were just there to protect you, but now you can let them go. You can give them up to the universe, or just let them be free, like release them, because they are no longer your concern. You have learned that. You now can trust the person that you're with, because you've been through this journey, you've had this transformation, you've had the doubts, and now you've seen that the doubts were really just unwarranted. They were just fears that were mostly in your head, and reality is different. So now you can truly open yourself up and trust the person that you're with, and make peace with the thoughts that you did have, because they're normal. They're normal thoughts to have, and they were there to protect you. But now that you've learned that you're with someone that you can truly trust, you can let them go. You can let your subconscious take a break, relax, find ease, while you actually get to open yourself up to a wonderful person and a wonderful relationship, and receive the love that you give in return. So that's what I'm feeling for you for the YouTube portion of this video. If you're interested in the extended portion, I am doing those readings. You can access it at the link at the end of this video. It's www.patreon.com/Trishna. In that video, I'm going to go into more detail on your current situation. I'm going to look into any obstacles on your path, and I'm going to share any guidance that you need to hear to overcome those obstacles, so that your relationship is as successful and as joyful as possible. And we're also going to go into the future, looking further out into the future and what those potentials look like for you. So if you're interested in that, I'll see you in the extended. If not, thank you so much for watching. I hope I earned your like and your subscribe, and I will see you in my next video on YouTube.